Well, it's been a few weeks, or a couple, only 2, since gotten back from my first trip out of the country besides Canada ever. And, man, I just want to go back, really. Santiago in Chile was a great place for theater. And as a theater major, I was really absorbed in the art and the culture that I saw. We saw a show, a dance theater piece. We actually saw 2 dance theater pieces, both part of the Santiago de Amil Festival, the theater festival that they have there. We were part of a circus. We saw a circus, and we saw a couple of street performances as well. And I just couldn't imagine if we had, stayed longer, how much more I would have been exposed to. But, man, it was such a good experience. My favorite part was the quality of the meat that they had. And living in the States, I don't really eat meat besides chicken. And I'll eat ground beef, or I'll eat beef if it's grass-fed cow. It's really hard to find. And then you go to Chile and you see the cows, and it's like, thank God I have good food. And I was scared to eat the meat at first, and then I, put whatever aside and was like, you know what, I'm here. Let me try this before I lose my chance. And I did, and it was so good. It was so good. I also really enjoyed the interaction between people here, at least how welcoming they were to us, and every hostel that we were in, and every kind of tour or organization, especially with the kids. We were very welcomed here. I speak for myself. I know that I felt welcomed in the country everywhere that I went. Some things that I noticed that don't exist here are the lights are usually outside of the bathroom. That's not true here. I really like that because I often forget to turn off the light when it's in the bathroom. But when I was in Chile, it was really easy to just, light right there outside the bathroom. They don't really flush their toilet paper in the toilet. We had to flush the toilet without putting toilet paper in there. And for girls, I know that's kind of a habit, so that was hard to break. But when I got back, I stopped myself every time I did it. And now I have this big thing where I don't like automatic toilets because they waste so much water because they flush when you're not ready. That might have nothing to do with Chile. But anyway, I really like the music that I heard over there. I'm still kind of looking for it because I don't really know what to look for. But I got some music from some of my friends, mis amigos that I made in Chile. I got some of their contacts and like, hey, I want some música, yeah, and they got it for me. Yeah, my favorite part, obviously, because I spent I don't know how long on this video, making a video. Ended up being of Valparaiso, and only Valparaiso. I had all this footage. And the video that I made for this is from Valparaiso. Hopefully later on throughout the year, I'll, put together stuff from Pucón and stuff from Santiago and just stuff that I like. But, yeah, that's really it. Shout out to Christian. Hola, Christian. I miss you. I don't know how to say that in Spanish, but you put a lasting impact on our group, and I really hope that you stick with this program because you were a huge part of it, a huge part of the reason why it was so great. Vivian and Jonna, thank you so much. Words cannot describe how amazing you two are, and it just blows my mind that you two put this together and were able to bring us students, some of us who had no connection with the writer's house whatsoever, and just straight into it, and we felt so welcome. Thank you. that's really what I just want to thank Education Abroad for allowing this trip to happen for 7 years. Don't end it. It's really good. That the best part though, hands down, best part is that there's no language requirement. That's the best. I have to say that's the best part, because if you want to go to a country where you don't speak the language and you're not required to. I mean, you're really not required to speak the language anyway, but to go to have a class in English in a Spanish-speaking country with no Spanish, that's an experience in its own, because you have to learn how to live with a different language. I'm having a hard time explaining this, because I've taken 4 years of Spanish, but that was in middle school and high school, so half of middle school, half of high school. It's been 5 years since I've taken a Spanish class, and picking up Spanish was really hard. It was familiar, but it was still really hard, and that's what I really appreciated that experience in picking up another language and learning the slang and the talk, the speak of the Chilenos that I met. My point is, I really enjoy the challenge of the language barrier. I don't know why, but I really enjoyed it. It kind of makes me want to take Spanish again and then go to another Spanish-speaking country. I really, really hope that I end up in Santiago again to see my friends and to see the country and the cities that I fell in love with. And man, I don't know, I don't see it in the future right now. It's not in my plans, but it will always be in the back of my mind. And if you're ever thinking of going to South America, I highly recommend Chile. But you know what? I have nothing to base that on besides the United States. So just take my word for it and go. Alright. Ciao. Buenas noches.